And we're rolling.
Yep. So tell us a little bit about yourself here and about your kitty cat here and what is unique about her and your name and her name, of course.
Okay, so my name is Kelsie and this is Moose here. And Moose is a 8-year-old Norwegian forest cat that I adopted from Alaska Humane Society about a year and a half ago. And what's unique about Moose is that she is the ultimate adventure cat. She loves going hiking and she goes camping, fishing, four-wheeling. She does it all. She's traveled to California once with me before and loves going on car rides. So it really doesn't get more unique than that. And she has a baby backpack that she loves to sit into, the front carrier that I put her in. So she has quite the cat life.
All right. What would your cat's or your pet's autobiography be called?
It would be called Moose the Mountain Cat. She loves the mountains.
All right. How would you describe a no-kill animal rescue shelter to a child?
To a child,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that it's a shelter that cats can go to, and they can live out their whole lives there with each other and always have each other to be with and to keep company, or that somebody can go and adopt one of those cats and bring them home. But either way, the cats will never be killed as they are in some other shelters when they run out of room for the cats.
Which animal would make the best president if the animal kingdom were to rise to power?
I want to say cat, but I can't. I can't say cat. There's just too many varieties in personality, and that could go awry. I would have to say dog, probably, just because they're so loving and caring about others other than themselves, and that's probably what we need in a president.
Mm-hmm.
What would Moose say if we asked her for a reference?
About you.
About you, yeah, of course.
She would probably say that I spoil her too much, that I'm not the typical cat mom, because I like to take her on adventures, and then I actually let her go on these adventures. She paws at the back door to go outside, so I know she does love being outside. And
She can run.
okay. And of course, she might say I'm a little ridiculous because I put her in dresses and sweaters and go to the thrift shop and find baby clothes that would fit her to put her in. So yeah, but at the end of the day, she's well fed, as you can see from her belly that's hanging to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And generally pretty well taken care of. She snuggles me all night, so I think she likes me.
If your pet could redesign the food pyramid, how would it look?
Good question. Well, there would definitely be a lot of fish involved, and she has a thing for mice. She loves to kill and eat mice. I saw her eat one completely whole, every bit of it once.
Mm-hmm.
So that would probably be a big section of the food pyramid. She also likes magpies.
Big birds.
Yeah, they're beautiful big birds, but doesn't bother Moose. So those would be big components, and then any treat. And if food belongs to another cat, then that is her food too, and it's a big component of her food pyramid.
Great. If Moose used a cell phone, what app would she use the most?
She would probably use something, I don't know about a specific app, but I know there's apps that play little relaxing noises as you fall asleep. And given that she's a fairly old and lazy cat, who does not like to be disturbed in her sleep, it would be something with relaxing bird noises as she fell asleep.
If your pet wins the title of king or queen, how do you see yourself promoting the awareness for the Alaska Humane Society, Clear Creek Cat Rescue, and the no-kill shelter rescue community in Alaska?
Well, I think we would use a lot of social media, especially in showing pictures of her life since she's been out of the pet shelter, going back to her being an adventure cat. She has not lived a normal life since leaving the shelter. And I think she was at the shelter for quite a while, and because it was a no-kill shelter, because somebody took a chance on her in allowing her to live there for quite a while and not kicking her out, meant that I could adopt her and then take her on all these really cool adventures all throughout Alaska and across the country. And so I think showing and talking about those types of adventures and the fact that all of the cats at the shelter really are given a chance for this kind of loving home and adventurous life because they're not killed. So using social media to get that word out, and attending events and trade shows, especially pet trade shows. And even I already kind of do this when I walk around with her in a frontal baby carrier, and people start asking about her. I love to be able to say, yes, I rescued her from a shelter, and it was this really awesome no-kill shelter where the cats are free roaming, and I love to be able to promote the shelter that way, just by bringing Moose out into the public where people don't expect to see a cat.
Awesome. The tough one.
Peter believes that all financial and volunteer resources would be best spent advocating for spaying and neutering as a form of prevention of homeless pets versus non-kill shelters taking care of already homeless animals. What is your opinion on where resources are best spent?
Well, I think if we're talking governmental resources, then some subsidization for spaying and neutering would be good. And then as far as the no-kill shelters, I think that being more of a private venture would make a little bit more sense, because you can certainly get a lot of donations from private people. So it just depends on where people want to personally spend their own resources. But as far as if the government were to get involved in any way, it would just make more logistical sense to provide some kind of subsidy for spaying and neutering, and then as I've seen from the Alaska Humane Society shelter, that can be put on, which is very generous people.
All right, and then finally, why did you decide to compete in this pageant?
Oh, that's a good question. Because I love Moose, and I think she's the best, and I mean, of course, I know she's the best because I'm her cat mom. But I think everybody else should see how awesome she is, and that she's a beautiful, unique cat, and she really makes a lot of non-cat lovers rethink being a non-cat lover, and as we can see here, she's a pretty compelling cat, and so I would just love to be able to share her with the world, and I think she would be a great spokescat for the shelter.
Ta-da! That's it.
Okay.